everybody. My name is Mars. You can call me MG if you would like. And today I figured I'd start a nice little weekend vlog. It is Thursday, so this is kind of an extended weekend vlog, but I'm gonna call it a weekend vlog anyway. I just have a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and I figured I would take you guys along for the ride. Today, specifically, I have to edit the vlog I just finished. I did my Rebecca Ross part 2 reading vlog, and spoiler alert, it was so much fun. I had a great time. So I have to edit that. I have Critical Role later on tonight that I will be staying up an unknown amount of time for. Not for the whole thing, because it's an 8.5 hour episode, because it's the campaign finale, so it would be going from 10 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. my time. That's not happening, but I will stay up for a little bit of it. So that's later on tonight. I've got stuff that I want to get done in the middle there, do some reading. I need a little bit of a break from the big fantasies, so I have A Merchant of Venice, or The Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare. I actually don't know if it's or the. I guess I'll see that when I look at the book. But I've got some reading to get done, I gotta do some dishes, just a whole lot of things, and then later on in the weekend, I've got other things to do, like grocery shopping and helping a friend move, so it's gonna be a crazy time, but I am excited for this weekend. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun, hence why I decided to vlog it. So the first order of business is going to be editing that vlog, just so I can get that out of the way, and then we will see where I go from there. Hello friends, it is now 1:30 in the afternoon. I have in fact edited my vlog, and while that was exporting and uploading and processing and all that, which took so long, I did in fact read The Merchant of Venice, and I didn't really like it. Anti-Semitism, I expected. That's like one of the most known things about this play, is that it is very much a negative portrayal of Jewish people, and the Jewish character Shylock in particular is very much a caricature of anti-Semitic tropes. So like I knew that going into it. There was also racism that I didn't expect, because I didn't know that there was an African character. So the like main female character, Portia, she's got a bunch of suitors who want to marry her, and her dad, who is now dead, left like this test to like see who's worthy of marrying his daughter, and whoever solves the test gets to marry her. And she's like listing all of these things about all of the suitors that she hates, and then there's one suitor who's from Morocco, and she like talks about how he has the skin of the devil, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I shouldn't be super surprised. There's racism in a lot of Shakespeare plays, but like I just wasn't expecting it from this one, because the thing that you hear about this being problematic is the anti-Semitism. So there were a few moments that I enjoyed, though. I thought it was funny at the end when the two women were giving their husbands grief over the trick that they played on the two of them, which like it was mean, but like it was funny. But overall, not my favorite. I would rank it above The Taming of the Shrew. I really dislike The Taming of the Shrew, but not really above many others, if I'm being honest. This is definitely one of the ones that I don't like. So that is, though, another check on my Shakespeare reads. I'm trying to get through the entirety of Shakespeare's catalog because a lot of his plays I do really enjoy. Some of them not so much, and this is one of those. But yeah, I did read that. I found I think it was a high school production of it that I had on my big computer while I was reading along. So that was fun. Then I did my journal spread for it. And now here we are. My video is fully uploaded and everything, did the checks and everything, and YouTube says it's good to go. So you will see that, I think, the week before this vlog goes up. So it should already be up for you to watch. Now, I think I want some lunch. I've got a couple of bookshelf organization videos queued up that I'm excited to watch, so I'll pop those on while I eat. And then I should probably do the dishes, unfortunately. But I will do that. And then I will just see where the day takes me. So, those are my plans. I don't know what else I was gonna say. I had something, and the moment I opened my mouth, it was just gone. So I'm gonna go have lunch and then do the dishes, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. Hello, friends. It is 4:30 in the afternoon. I did, in fact, have lunch. I had some oatmeal, and then I washed the dishes, and then I accidentally took a nap. Gremlin and I were snuggling on my pink chair downstairs, and I fell asleep for like an hour and a half. Oh man. I did think I would nap today, but I didn't expect it then. I thought it'd be like a post-dinner nap to prepare me for Critical Role. Oh my god, I'm yawning again. I think I'm just more tired now than I was. I also didn't expect the nap to take place in the bed. My legs are like so cramped right now. Or I expected to nap in bed and not in the pink chair. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. So, new plan of action. I'm gonna shower and hopefully that wakes me up a bit. And then I'm gonna have dinner because by then it'll have been several hours since I've eaten and I'll need to have dinner. Thinking pasta, just something nice and simple. And then let me consult my to-do list to see what's on here. So this is my to-do list for the day. We have take a shower, which I'm going to do. We have work on writing. I have not done that today. I'm like kind of taking a break from writing this first bit of February. Oh my god. I am so sorry. I legitimately woke up 3 minutes ago, came upstairs, and decided to update the vlog. I don't know why I didn't take a minute to myself, but here we are. So, work on writing. I am taking a break from some of my main projects because I've been hitting kind of a block. So, I have options though. I've been doing a little bit of tinkering with poetry, but that is like a very specific feeling that I have to be in order to actually work on that. So I don't think that's the move. I was thinking about a short story collection that I worked on years and years and years ago and never like went back to. I think I wrote a first draft of 3 or 4 of the short stories and there were supposed to be like 6. And the other day in the shower, I had an idea of like changing it because they're short stories, but they're like connected. And I'm like, ooh, what if instead of being connected this way, they were connected this way? I know that's very vague. I just don't want to spoil this. So I could go back and reread what I've got on those and try and reconfigure them. Or I could work on fan fiction because it is fanfic Feb. I wanted to do fan fiction last February and did not. So maybe this year is the year. I used to write fan fiction quite a lot growing up, and then I got back into it in 2020, and that lasted a couple of years. But it's been probably about a year and a half since I wrote fan fiction, and I recently got into the Bungo Stray Dogs fandom, and I want to contribute. I've got some ideas for little one-shot adventures, so I might work on some fanfic, and then, hair in my mouth. Wash dishes I can check off, actually. And also, my afternoon nap, that was earlier than I thought it would be. And then the only thing on the list after that is to watch Critical Role, which isn't happening until 10 p.m. So, I think the move is shower, dinner, some sort of writing. I could also do brainstorming. I am not working on any of my major projects that are in the editing phase. I have several that I kind of just left floundering, but I also have Frostbite, my vampire book that I've been working a little bit on, like, character stuff and world building and backstory for. So, those are my options for writing. Short stories, fan fiction, vampire brainstorming. We'll see what I feel like doing later on. I think that's gonna happen in bed so I can lay down. But yeah, that seems like a good way to pass the rest of the day. So I'm gonna go hop in the shower and I will see you guys later. Hello, friends. It is now 8:15. I have, in fact, showered and had dinner. I'm feeling much more awake now. I did have my pasta for dinner. It was just egg noodles with butter and Parmesan cheese because I couldn't be bothered to make anything more intricate. And you know what? It was delicious, so not sorry. But, yeah, after that, I did do writing. Not any of the projects that I said were on my list. This was a new project, and I know I said that one of my goals for 2025 was to focus on older projects that I've already started and, like, making progress on those rather than starting a million new projects. But, like, focusing on older projects doesn't mean I can't start any new projects. It just means I can't start a lot of them. So the fact that this is my first one of the year, I say first because there might be more, but, like, it might be the only one. Who knows? But, like, I think it's fine that I started a new project is the whole gist of the matter. And this is a cozy fantasy that is inspired by a couple of things. The other day, I say the other day, it was probably like 2 weeks ago at this point, I was like, I'm kind of sick of seeing fantasy bookstores and fantasy cafes. Why don't we have anything else? Where's the fantasy post office? And then literally 24 hours later, Q, from QWordy, she posted a review of an arc for the Neverwhere Post, the Otherwhere Post, something like that, which is a cozy fantasy book about a magical post office. And I'm like, dang, I'm so here for this. And it's just been percolating in my head since then. And that idea has now merged with an older idea, which I say idea, it's more just like a spark. So, like, Fantasy Post Office has now merged with Lighthouse Wizard. I just really like the concept of a wizard whose wizard tower is a lighthouse. So I've combined the two. And so this is a cozy fantasy project. I don't have a lot of details on it besides Fantasy Post Office and Lighthouse Wizard because I literally have a Pinterest board with like 20 pins and a playlist with 5 songs on it, and that's it. Those are the vibes. Yeah, I think there might be a murder mystery. I don't know why. I know, like, it's cozy, but, like, you can have a cozy murder mystery. That's like a whole genre. I'm just adding a fantasy element to it. So, yeah, I think it's just a silly, goofy time right now, and I am excited to, dabble with it every now and then whenever I feel like it. But that is what I've been working on. And then I had a bloody nose, and when I came back from dealing with that, my laptop was dying, so I had to come in here and I figured, well, I might as well update you. And I think this is gonna be my last update for the night. Critical Role is in like an hour and a half, and I think until then I'm going to be reading. I'll start my next book. I'm still taking a little bit of a break from reading fantasy because I've just read so much of it. I want to like sprinkle in non-fantasy reads. And so I'm actually going to be picking up my first nonfiction of 2025, and that is How to Keep House While Drowning by Casey Davis? Maybe. I have no confidence in getting that name correctly, but maybe I did. This is a really short book. It's only about 150 pages, but I've heard great things about it from friends who've read it, and it's basically just a self-help book about how to maintain your home environment when your life is in turmoil, which that could be pretty useful. So I'm going to get that going and read that over the next day or two and hope that I get some good stuff out of it. I'm not really a self-help person, but I did like Marie Kondo's Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and this feels similar in vibes. So, got my fingers crossed that this is a self-help book that I actually like. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to watch Critical Role later and go to bed at probably some ungodly hour, but that's a problem for tomorrow, me. Well, I also have to do my to-do list for tomorrow and my bullet journaling for the night, so I'll do that and then I'll probably read. Um, yeah, that has been Thursday. It's been a pretty fun day, I think. I've had a nice chill time and I'm excited for the rest of the weekend. So I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, friends. It is bright and sunny and I am so tired. I came to bed at like 1-ish in the morning, a little past 1, and I just could not fall asleep. Like I was just laying there so tired but unable to sleep. So I'm very tired. I didn't get out of bed until like 9:30, 9:45. It's now 10 after 10. And as you see, I have gotten ready for the day, but I did not want to. I wanted to just stay in bed. Yeah, I'm wearing my favorite sweater. I thrifted this back in October, and I'm obsessed with it. It's all shades of, it's like pink, beige, and then dark pink, reddish color. I don't know if this is considered pink or red, but I love these sleeves. I think they're so fun, and it's so warm and comfy. So I'm wearing it because I feel like crap, and I want to not look like crap. Anyway, I think the plans for this morning, I'm just gonna do my puzzles and watch my anime episode. I'm currently watching Monster, which I've read the manga for and I loved it, so I'm watching the anime because I've heard that it's just as good, and so far it is, although I'm only like a quarter of the way into it. I am watching it dubbed because Liam O'Brien is the main character and Keith Silverstein is the antagonist, and I love both of them, so that's why I'm watching it in English. Also, it takes place in Germany, and I feel like watching a show that takes place in Germany, but like they're talking in Japanese, that just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know. But then again, why would they be speaking English other than the fact that I speak English? I'm going off on a tangent now. I don't even know. My brain is like fried. Yeah, I'm gonna do my puzzles and then watch my anime and then I think just read. I did lie to you yesterday. I didn't pick up How to Keep House While Drowning. I just watched YouTube until Critical Role started. But I will start it today. And then I'm going grocery shopping probably in like half an hour, and then I will go to the library to drop off my books and pick up other books, and then who knows what's gonna happen. So I will try and remember to update this vlog, but I also don't know if that's gonna happen. We will all just have to wait and see. Hello friends, I'm back. It is now 2:45 and I'm here with an update. I did do what I said I was going to do. I went to the grocery store and got all the stuff we had to get. We found out, meaning me and my boyfriend, that you can get bagels with like cheese baked onto them. and that sounded really good. So we picked some up, and I had one when we got home, and it was delicious. It was so good. I'm so happy to have made this discovery. But other than that, it was just a normal grocery trip. And then I went and walked over to the library to drop off the 2 Rebecca Ross books that I had checked out, and I got 2 more books that were waiting for me. So the first one is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I will be reading this in, I think it's the vlog that's coming out after this one. So it is a vlog where I'm doing an author taste test like I did with Rebecca Ross a few months ago, where I'm trying out R.F. Kuang's books because I've never read from her before. So we have Yellowface, and then I own Babel and The Poppy War, so I'll be reading those 3 books for the vlog, and I'm very excited about that. Then I also picked up Psyche and Eros by Luna McNamara, because this is the Bujo Buddies book club pick for the month. And I didn't notice this until I had picked up the book and like had it in my hands, but it's blurbed by Rebecca Ross. She says, "A pure delight, romantic, poignant, and spellbinding." And I know that you should take like author blurbs with a grain of salt, because sometimes authors only read a summary or they just read an excerpt of a book when they're blurbing it. They don't often read the full thing, at least from what I've seen authors say about this system. But I'm still excited because, as I've learned recently, Rebecca Ross is an amazing author, and I definitely consider her one of my recent favorites. She's so good. So if she enjoyed this book, at least in part, then I have faith that I'm also going to. 334 pages, a lot shorter than I thought it would be. I also wasn't expecting a paperback, but yeah, that's very exciting. I have another ebook hold for after I finish How to Keep House While Drowning, so I might do the ebook hold and then this, or this and then the ebook hold. I'm not sure. I'll have to think on that. But speaking of How to Keep House While Drowning, after I got back from the library, I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to sit down and read. So I did that for the past 2 hours, and I'm now 70% through How to Keep House While Drowning, and it's so good. It's very short. The chapters don't go too into depth on things, but they go just far enough to be helpful. This is definitely my kind of self-help book. And I actually felt myself getting kind of emotional at times, because the author does have ADHD, and she talks about how neurodivergent people and disabled people in general have difficulties with things in a way that neurotypical people or able-bodied people wouldn't really understand. She also acknowledges different sorts of barriers to taking care of yourself that that she might not struggle with, but other people would. She acknowledges that she is a white woman, and as a white woman, she doesn't understand the struggles of non-white people and other types of minorities and things like that. And I think it's very well written, and so I'm very glad that I picked this up, and I definitely want to get a physical copy at some point in the future for my own collection to keep as reference, because I feel like right now I'm not really struggling. Not any more than I usually do. I mean, I am physically disabled and autistic, so I do struggle kind of on a daily basis with some things, but I'm not overwhelmed by things right now. I've been doing pretty good recently, but I really feel like there are going to be times in the future where I'm not doing as well as I am, and I would want a book like this to return to and help me out. So I am glad that this one is such a hit. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I am loving it, but it also kind of has me in the mood to do some cleaning, which I know a lot of the messages in this book revolve around not doing too much and pushing yourself and prioritizing rest and doing things in a way that work for you, even if it's not what other people would consider good enough. But it is making me want to do a little bit more cleaning, especially in the front room of the apartment. So the front room is always kind of a mess. It's where we keep all of our shoes. We have this giant shoe rack that we keep our shoes in, and my boyfriend has his bike and all his bike stuff there. The cat's litter boxes are in the front room, so it's just always kind of a mess, and it's not exactly functional. I'm fine with it being messy, but I want to make it feel more functional in the mess that it is. So I do have a couple of ideas. We have a bricked up fireplace in the front room where it's got the mantle and then it's got like the top of it. And I feel like if we move some of the decorative stuff from the mantle up to the top, then my boyfriend can use the mantle for his bike stuff and not have them kind of like laying about, you know? So I think I will be doing that at some point. And honestly, besides that, just reading, I definitely want to finish this book and maybe watching Critical Role. I don't currently have access to it because my boyfriend's Twitch subscription does end today, and he said that he can move it to Critical Role's channel so that I can get access to the VOD, but it hasn't happened yet. He thinks it's gonna happen like later on at night. So I might not be able to watch more of the Critical Role finale tonight, but I might be able to at some point. I don't know. I'm taking it easy today, and it just makes me really happy to be able to do that and not beat myself up about it, because there's definitely been times where I had to rest and I felt really bad about having to rest. Right now, I'm choosing to do like restful things and not completely overwhelm myself, and it feels really good. So I'm glad that today is a really good day. But yeah, I'm gonna stop babbling now and move on with things. So I will see you at some point later on. Okay, so it's now Saturday. I'm so tired. So yesterday, I'm pretty sure I got B-roll footage of all the stuff that I did, so you'll have seen a little montage of how my evening went. And then I ended up feeling quite ill right before bed, so that was fun to deal with. I ended up just going to sleep kind of early, like 11-ish, which isn't super early, but normally on Fridays I stay up for KDN's stream, but this time I didn't because I didn't feel well, so I went to bed. And then this morning, my boyfriend and I went to help a friend move, and that took several hours, as you can imagine. And then we had pizza together, and now it is 4:45. Here I am. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. So I think I'm going to take a shower to like wake myself up a bit. I feel like that would help. And then this whole rest of the day, I feel like I'm not gonna do much. I might watch YouTube. I might read. I am now reading Psyche and Eros. I don't know if I updated you guys about that. I decided that I wanted to read that next instead of reading the ebooks that I have on hold because A, I wanted a physical book, and B, Rebecca Ross blurbed it, and that made me really excited because I really like Rebecca Ross. So I did in fact pick up. Ugh, sorry, I feel so out of it right now. I did in fact start that, and I got like maybe 30 pages in before I went to bed. I don't know. Yeah, so I might do some of that, read some of that. What else was even on my to-do list? Oh, yeah, I didn't do my bullet journal last night like I was supposed to. I usually do it every night. And since I felt ill, I didn't do it last night, so I have to catch up on that, and I'll just do that at the same time that I do tonight's stuff. Working on writing. I mean, I might go on Pinterest, but that's as close to writing as I might get today. And yeah, that's all that's on my to-do list. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice chill evening. So I'm gonna go hop in the shower, and if anything interesting happens, I will come back to you. But I don't think anything interesting is gonna happen today. So it is 10:15. Needless to say, I slept in, but like it is a cold, rainy, gray Sunday morning. Why wouldn't I sleep in, you know? So I did just get up maybe like 20 minutes ago and do all my hygiene stuff, get dressed, and now I'm here. I think today is going to be the last day of the vlog because this is a weekend vlog and this is already the 4th day of it. So it is Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not doing anything to celebrate the Super Bowl. My boyfriend's going to a party, but I am not into that kind of thing. But I do have a list of things that I want to get done today. We'll see how much I actually get through. I first am going to be doing my morning routine, obviously, because it is the morning, so I have to do all of my like daily puzzles. I'm gonna watch my anime episode of the day. I'm currently watching Monster, which is so good. I read the manga and I loved it. The anime is just as good. I'm watching it in English because I love the voice actors that are in it. I might have talked about it already in this vlog, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'm really loving it. I'm also going to have my breakfast, which today is a chocolate chip muffin. I did make sure to bring myself a tall glass of water, and then after that, I'm going to prioritize reading. Ooh, give me a moment. I'm going to prioritize reading because last night Sarah Sutton had a live stream, and during that I was reading Psyche and Eros, and I got pretty far. I have 99 pages left of this, so I don't think it'll take me very long to finish, and I want to finish that up. So after my morning routine, that is what I'm going to focus on and get that done. Afterwards, I'm not totally sure. I guess I'll come and check in with you when I'm finished reading the book to kind of figure out where I'm going from there. I do have several things I really should get done today, like washing the dishes because the sink is pretty full. I want to pull some book covers for video purposes so I can like overlay them. I just want to collect them all at once to make it easy on me. I will be watching Critical Role today. I'm not gonna finish the episode. I still have like 6+ hours because I didn't watch any yesterday. But I do want to watch a little bit of that today. So yeah, I guess we're just going to see how my day goes. I am going to enjoy a nice slow morning routine, and I will see you guys a little bit later. Okay, friends, it is now 1:45, and I'm here with an update because I finished Psyche and Eros, and this was a fine book. I don't really have any complaints about it. It just didn't super blow my mind or anything. There are some quotes that I pulled out from here that I really liked, and there were moments that I thought were really good. I loved the writing style, but overall, I think what this book has taught me is that I am not a huge fan of retellings that are just the story of the myth, like this one is. Like, this is the story of Psyche and Eros. I prefer retellings that are like a regular original story, I guess, that draws on myths in terms of themes and story beats. If that makes sense, I don't know if it does. A good example of this would be the Lunar Chronicles, because it draws on the myth, not myths, but the fairy tales of like Cinderella and Red Riding Hood and the others, but it's not like the story of those princesses. You know? I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it makes sense in my head, and that's fine. But I've never really read a book like this. Like, I've never read Circe, I've never read Song of Achilles, I've never read any of Jennifer Saint's books, because I know she's got a bunch. And this was like the first book I've read in this style, and it's taught me that it's not really for me. So, it's a good learning opportunity. But now I'm going to do my journal spread for this book and watch Critical Role. I don't know how far into it I'm going to get today. Certainly not through the whole thing, because I've got like 5.5 hours left. But I will make some progress and probably cry, knowing who I am. But I am very much looking forward to continuing on with this campaign finale episode. I should also get lunch soon. I think I'm gonna do the journal spread and then get lunch. That seems like a good idea. But I don't know what else I'm gonna be doing today. I guess we'll find out. Okay, friends, it is now 10 minutes to 6, and I think I'm just gonna call this vlog here because I'm going live at 6, and all I'm going to be doing is my bullet journaling for the night and also watching YouTube, so nothing super interesting. But I did watch more Critical Role. I watched about 2.5 hours of it, and I will finish it up tomorrow. I think there's 3 hours still left in this episode because it's so long. And I washed the dishes. I did a little bit more percolating for my fantasy romance silly indulgent story that I've been thinking about for a few days now. What else did I do? Let me consult my to-do list. Oh, I did pull those book covers for videos I have to edit, so that's great. I've actually just now remembered one more that I have to do, so I'm going to do that as soon as I finish up here. But yeah, I've had a fun couple of days. I hope you guys had a fun time coming along with me. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone!